Hi there, welcome to the Bite Podcast, episode 11. Very excited. Thank you so much for your time and your efforts. Welcome to my little home.
Thank you, Melody. Thank you so much for having me. Super excited to be here in this really cool production unit.
So we've met on our health group. So first of all, thank you for reaching out. I handpick everyone for this because it's very, very, like I said, it's very close to my heart. You're award-winning, you're a healthcare expert, health wellness expert. Please tell me a little bit about yourself, introduce yourself just so I don't get your name wrong because I don't like that. So please, yeah.
Okay, thank you again for having me. So I'm Haniya and...
it's a beautiful name.
Oh, thank you.
It's got a ring to it.
Thank you, thank you so much. It's an Arabic name. So I was thinking about how to introduce myself, and I felt like saying first of all, I'm a third culture kid. That's what I resonate with a lot, I think, in terms of just because I don't feel like I belong to anything very specifically. So I've lived in different countries. My parents were from a different country when they moved to where I was when I was small, and then they moved somewhere else. So it's just been an amazing experience, learning experience. And I've been in Dubai for 17, 18 years.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you traveled everywhere, and then you've kind of just settled here.
Yeah. I met my husband here. I'm a mom of 3 boys. Yeah. Thank you. I'm very passionate about educating the public on health matters. So that's how I see myself as well, as an educator. And I'm a holistic healer through the work that I do and through the connections that I make with others.
First of all, what's your mission? How did you get into it? I love hearing people's stories because you obviously heard mine. But how did you get into it? How many years have you been doing it?
I'm very passionate about making women realize that they have so much power when it comes to their health, to instill this sense of empowerment and responsibility of self, where we have the answers to what we need to thrive. And I feel in this industrialized world over time, there's been a movement on reliance on technology or what doctors say or authority says. And we've kind of lost this sense of inner, we've been existing for thousands of years, without technology, and people have been doing great. But of course, with modern lifestyle and everything has gone a bit haywire, and we've kind of lost in touch with who we are, and urbanization of the way people live now. So of course, just really like to share the tools on how we can feel empowered. Especially, I'm very passionate about the birthing space. There's a lot of reliance on
this is the perfect
authority.
Platform for you.
So mini thing that was quite a mini episode of my life that was quite meaningful was I've had two C-sections, and the third time around I was really wanted a natural birth, and I realized it was possible. Because a lot of people were saying it's not possible after 2, UAE.
I've also heard that,
is very conservative when it comes to these. It's quite medicalized birth process here. And so despite the public opinion, I still took the steps and I did what I have to do, and I had what I wished for. So that was really transformational, because I realized if you trust yourself, there's so far you can go. And that's what all these holistic systems of medicine teach us. So I'm an Ayurvedic practitioner, and homeopathy, naturopathy, these are all based on the belief that the body has an innate way of healing.
I love the way you say stuff.
Oh, really? Thank you. Thank you.
You need to write a book just on this.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Why are you so passionate about it?
Yeah,
I can hear it in your vibe,
because again, too many women are stuck in, there's a current model of what beauty is, what perfection is, of what a good body looks like, and all these things feed into our psyche. I mean, since we were little girls, I'm from the 80s, so the 90s, and all of this.
Same.
We talk about now that there's more variety and I don't know what you call that, body acceptance. But still, let's face it.
It's not, because you still will go out for lunch. You're I feel amazing in this dress. And as soon as you leave and you go outside, you go, everyone around me, and you immediately think in your head, I don't feel great, I don't feel this, should I be eating like this? So again, it just filters back into your psyche.
So, and it's all like comparison based, not feeling good enough based.
Yeah.
And sadly, social media is just like feeding onto it. It's the goal.
We live in a world where social media is just on our backs and in our faces constantly.
Exactly. So I feel that if we can really like change the perception that we have about ourselves, our body, our health. As women, we're such a core like entity of like the world, like the society, you know, so whether it's spoken or unspoken, like we are delivering messages constantly to our children, to our community. So shouldn't it be a positive message like of how we are enough, how to take care of ourselves, of our health, how we don't have to be like other people. Like these are all messages that I feel that we didn't get enough of, you know, as a 30, 40 plus year old, I had to like sort of work on myself, you know?
I say it to myself every morning, I am enough. And in the beginning
really
when
amazing.
I first started saying it, I was like, I don't want to say this to myself in the mirror. Like but now I'm like, I am enough. Now I'm beautiful, I am powerful, I am this, because we are the center of a family, in my opinion. I was at a lecture the other day when I was on stage and I said to all the pregnant women, I was like, at the end of the day, you need to put yourself first. I get it, there's children and, you know, your families, but if you don't put yourself first, it trickles, you know, it trickles to the kids, it trickles to the husband, or whatever the case may be. You've got to look after yourself. You've got to say, I am great, I am doing a good job, and I am enough.
Yeah. And I think there's, in some cultures, and I maybe gonna just leave it to saying like maybe more traditional cultures, there is a sense of glorification of like martyrdom of like the woman who's like given herself. But like at the end, like what do we have? Like somebody who's overspent, not having energy, getting maybe short-tempered. And it's normal, like we're humans. If we don't fill our cup, if we don't re-energize ourselves, what are we gonna do? We are gonna get like super like in a bad space. And there's nothing amazing about that. Like it's sad that for many generations there was no other alternative. But now that we know, why not choose a different path and then show that there is a different path to take? We don't have to follow those generational patterns. As
soon as you started like speaking, I actually reminded of my mom. So she said when she was 26 and she didn't have children and get married, etc., she was put on the shelf. And the one thing she did tell me when I was younger, she's like, I can see you, Mem, already. Like you're not going to follow that path. I know you're going to.
Wow, I just got goosebumps. And
I'm like staring at my mom. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like I'm young. I'm 18. I don't like, you know. She literally spoke about my life. I am I'm single, I don't have any children, I don't have a husband, unfortunately, at the moment, just living this very independent life, and still now people are looking at me like, are you sure you want to live? I'm like, I'm happy.
I'm really? Happy. You still get that question? Anyway, some things will never change, I think. So that's the thing, like the external will not change. And that's what part of one of my pillars is about. So what I do is through Ayurveda, it's like a holistic science of medicine, which is really effective, especially for prevention and to prevent chronic illness, which is like the big epidemic of today's like world. The idea is we look at different energies of the body. And in a nutshell, when you are born, we have a certain genetic blueprint, like as we see in science. And this is translated in Ayurveda as body constitution. And there are ways to identify what that is. But the problem is that over time, our environment, our lifestyle, our food, our mental thought patterns, all of that will shift our energies. And we call that an imbalanced state. And when that happens, this starts becoming root causes for symptoms and dis-ease in the body. So what we do first of all, in Ayurveda, we don't label people as like, you have this illness or you have this disease. We talk about, we're symptoms based. I mean, it's fine if you get a diagnosis, like if it's helpful, like tell me, that's great. But I don't like to keep that label because it's quite self-limiting. So we talk about, let's reverse the symptoms. Like, okay, this is what's happening, how to bring your body back into balance. So for that, we do like a deep dive into like how people are, like a practitioner will the main is to look at the unspoken words, like read between the lines, because people aren't always very clear with what, obviously, right, for whatever reasons. So what they're holding on to, like energies, like emotions, unhealed parts of themselves and all of this stuff. And then of course, like the physical, tangible, which is like what you're eating, like your daily routine, like what your activities look like. It's not just in how the mainstream looks at, for example, like what time you go to sleep and what time you wake up, kind of, or what time do you eat. It's like really like literally things like even how much music do you listen to, how loud is it?
I listen to a lot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
From the time I wake up to the time I go to bed at night, I love music playing. I
That's
feel like I'm
interesting.
in like my name's Melody, so it's like probably like a
Yes!
melody
Oh my
state.
God! Yeah, you were like stabbed with
yeah.
that, yeah.
Like a melody state the whole day, just like in this like.
It helps you keep in like a...
Like you're in tune and focused, and well, now we don't have music, but you're fantastic, so it's fine.
Oh, thank you! Thank you!
Sorry, I was just interrupting.
No, so obviously the type of music depends. Like if you're listening to something like really like heavy, or the words, or that will make a difference. But sounds, like music and sounds, is just an example. So for example, we have also like if somebody, just the kind of sports that they play, or like if they fly a lot in the airplane, like all these things will shift the energies of our body. And when it gets it's not able to recalibrate, we get these undesirable symptoms, and sometimes they just pass. Like our body is quite intelligent on its own. It can figure things out, like we can get some good rest or eat well and we're okay, right? But sometimes if it's like repeated and we're not able to get that, then we start showing up. Maybe some people have migraines, somebody has like IBS because they're taking too much stress, or not able to like verbalize their emotion, like so many things.
Or grinding, or clenching their teeth and stuff like that. As you can see, speaking, I've got loads of patients that always walk in after they fly, or after they've been on holiday, or whatever the case may be, and they're like, everything hurts, Mom. Like, I'm like, you need a rest, you need to.
The tightness in the jaw, this is like one of the first places where we...
And headaches and tension, and they're just like, Mom, I'm feeling so off. How do you address that? How do people identify it to address it, and how do they like get hold of you? What's the course?
So what happens is, so typically when I first, if somebody's interested to work with me, like I have this like really long assessment that I give them to do on their own time. And it's like loads of questions, and there's some personality traits, because in Ayurveda, the body constitution is also reflecting your personality. It's not just the body, it's like the mind body, because there's no separation. That's another key element. There's no separation between mind, body, and soul. Like it's a very spiritual approach of healing. So there has to be a belief of the unseen, that there's something more than just what we see. Like allopathy is kind of restricted to what we see and what is and what's in a lab. Most of us believe that there's something more than that. So Ayurveda like takes into account that. This assessment has a lot of questions about like lifestyle, and obviously what people like to eat, and symptoms, and if you're a woman, the cycle is really important, like what your cycle looks like, or even if you're like menopausal, like what was it like, or like all these things, because all this is telling us a story. It's like painting a picture of the individual. And so it's like different pieces of the puzzle that I look at, and then I try to fit it in and like make a story of like why that person is like that. And our first session is typically like 2 hours long.
Oh, wow.
So we'll go over.
I like it. It's like super like intense, and you really take care.
In England, for example, like doctors, they don't have time to sit with a patient. Like the NHS is so like...
I've been in and out, maybe I think it was 11 minutes I was in and out, and I had to rush and say, these are all my symptoms, blah, blah, blah. And then the answer, I was like, no, I'm really on that next. And they're like, oh, okay. And then this. So I felt like I wasn't being heard.
Like a prescription? Or
yeah,
that's like, it. It's just like looking there and then,
Oh, so you don't have that pill? We'll just put you in another one. I'm like, no. Help me.
So the whole system is based on, it's not their fault actually. Like it's just become that, So anyway, that's kind of an extreme. And then, so what I do is I really give time to a person, because the reason why we are where we are today is because of the human experience that we had from the time we were born to now. So how can we just like sum it up in like 5 minutes? Well, we have herbal remedies in Ayurveda, because we believe that, just to mention something, everything is made of the energies that I discussed. Like, so the whole material world on a subatomic level has these energies, like the earth, water, fire, like there are 5 elements, including the plants. So food, we believe, are the building blocks of our cells, of our everything. So what we choose to eat is like going to define our state. And to help bring back the balance, we use certain like plants and stuff like that, like in terms of in form of powders, tablets, or even like topical oils, because the skin is like a massive organ. So that's
Yeah.
also like a way to heal inside. There's a lot of things which have been adopted by modern day, like steam, like now everybody's like steam saunas. You know? Like, yeah, it's been there for like thousands of years, you know,
I was
like.
just saying it to my friend last night. I was like, do you want to go for steam?
Now it's like a trendy thing. Like it's been like in Turkey and in China and
Yeah,
for
yeah,
like centuries. Yeah. So it's like it's a 360 approach to health and well-being. And of course,
this is the Radiance 360 that you do. This is what we're talking about now?
so the Radiance 360 is actually, so this is my one-to-one work that I do.
Okay.
In that first session, we'll decide like on a roadmap together on what we can do to reverse this imbalance. And of course, there's some like coaching that takes place. We believe that a lot of symptoms are actually emotional, mental based, like mostly.
Yeah.
Like once upon a time, and then they get aggravated with like eating and lifestyle and all these things. So it's really important to address the roots if we want to get rid of branches of the illness. This is my one-to-one work. The Radiance 360 is something I started like in September in the fall, and it's actually like a group program because I felt what was really missing is so going back to being like a third culture kid, like I'm originally Pakistani. Then I was really young. My parents, so I never lived in Pakistan. My mom like had me over there, but then she came back to Bahrain, also Gulf country where we were living. And then when I was like 6, we moved to Switzerland. And so I grew up there.
That's cool.
Yeah. And then I went to the States to study. So I kind of like been around like different. What was my point? Was that Radiance 360 was something that was close to me because I felt that. So as you probably like have noticed yourself and seen it, like a lot of the traditional cultures, they're very big on community and like collective healing, like support systems, and like the Western world isn't really like that. So for me, I think when you come in, you feel like you always feel like what your parents are bringing is like old fashioned and like. I'm just saying from a very general perspective, not everybody agrees with me, but like, oh, that's like old, like, you know, like that's backwards. You don't really see the good things. And then, you know, I was in Switzerland, which is like very like, sort of like individualistic, like very much, you know, Western Europe. So over there, it was like, oh, like, you know, like you can do things on your own and just like the general mainstream mentality, right? Like you don't need like groups and so I had this kind of, I used to feel that way until very recently when I realized there's so much wisdom and like energy, especially like women together, like this is where power comes from, not by just you doing. And I read something about you saying something like this too. Was it one of your stories or something?
I got that when I moved over here. Because I went from, long story short, I went from South Africa. My mom was very like, Mal, you're going to be driven. I didn't understand what she was talking about. Then I went to London and I had to do everything myself. And I was like, I'm fine, I'm alone, I'm independent, blah, blah, blah. And then as soon as I came here, you find people that are so like-minded. And it's just like this women empowerment era. And I was like, thank you. Like, it's still weird. And
like holding hands kind of thing? Or?
And
like supportive,
and I'm just feeling a bit like, still now, even saying it, like, it gives me a bit like plastic because I'm like, are you for real?
It feels different, right?
It's different. And it's pure and it's nice. And then I will check up on you like the next day. I'm like, hey, how are you? I'm like, I'm fine, thanks. But it's super empowering you.
Oh, so that's really beautiful. This is a new experience you felt here compared to your other where you've lived before. That's really amazing. So so we've always been instilled like competition or these kind of things. I think maybe like men push this agenda. You know, like.
I'm honestly more like I'm here to work as one. I don't want to work against you. You can't work against me. I can't work.
You have something else on the table.
Please. And I want to learn from you, and you can learn from me, and that's it. And let's grow. That actually draws us to our next one. How do you love yourself?
That's a really good question. So for me, loving myself means that I am being true to who I am. And I'm honoring my voice because that was something that a lot of us shy away from, me included. You know, maybe like when you were like a teenager or like feeling afraid to say something if it's going to be like opposed by authority or whatever. So being okay with like trusting myself that it's okay even if it's going to create some ruffles around.
I was called a wallflower when I was younger. I never spoke. I just did what I was told, you know, and everything else. And then, like I said, my mom said to me one day, Mal, work. Go run, go and do this, go and do everything that you want to go and do. And I was like, but why are you so like, But now I'm still thinking about what my mom used to say.
Are you the only child? Sorry?
No, I'm an identical twin and I've got a little sister.
No way.
Both my parents are no longer here and my grandparents, so I'm the oldest.
You're the old. When you were the oldest anyway, like with your twin.
I'm like a minute and a half older than her, but she knows that everybody.
Okay, but you are older.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
okay,
so
okay.
It's more like it's.
You come across as the eldest one also.
Yeah, I'll take it as a compliment.
Yeah, it is.
So everything that you are like you do on a daily basis and stuff like that, do you see anything connected to oral health? I can really like point out my job, people walk in and if they're traveling or if they've got negative energy or they're feeling sad or whatever, it definitely shows in the mouth, 100%. Because then I always say to them, are you feeling okay? What's going on? And they look at me and they're like, why are you asking this? I'm like, because I can generally see it and I can feel you. Like if something's not right, like speak to me. So is there anything that you see on a daily basis that, listeners and viewers can go, oh, actually that makes sense, I need help.
Yeah.
Or I need some,
So it's interesting because one of the core elements in Ayurveda for healing is treating the digestion.
Yeah.
Because what happens is over time, like the digestion is like the engine of the body. So if that's not working correctly, then you're going to start showing up with symptoms and your body's not going to like metabolize your food well, and like this is kind of like a downhill path. An extension of the digestion located in this like abdomen part is actually, it begins with the tongue and the mouth. So in Ayurveda, that we call that the digestive tract, like from the beginning to the exit. Yeah. So
in our world, it's called like the portal of entry.
Yes, there you go. Nice words. So part of an initial consultation will also look like, can you please open your, if somebody's like okay with that, like open your mouth and seeing what the tongue looks like. And even that, like everybody's tongue can be a bit white in the morning, right? So I wouldn't say it's like the 100% thing to go by, but like if you have like a thick white coating, that could mean that you have a lot of like toxins in your digestive tract. So something to look at. Even the color of the tongue and the smell of the breath. These are things that we're taught to look out for, like how like the breath, does it smell? I mean, obviously in your field, like these things can mean like bacterial growth and then the tongue, like I said, the color, the shape. If they're like ridges on the side, it shows like the night, because your body is storing like stress subconsciously, right, which will be expressed at night. So this is like a mirror to the inside, what's happening inside. So 100% like oral health is really big thing. And again, like I've seen like trending things, like influencers talk about like these old routines in Ayurveda, like oil pulling. And tongue scraping. So
it's all going back to what your grandparents, for argument's sake,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it? And like very sort of like low maintenance, like like low energy. They're not very complicated. Like keeping it simple. Like
everything from back in the day is being heightened now. And let's pay for this. Let's pay for that. Let's do this. But I was like, but I'm sure my grandfather told me that. I'm sure my mom told me to do that.
And that's really interesting. I just want to point out one thing is that our professor would always say that if you want to get wisdom, I mean, the books and everything is great, but have a chat with your if they're still alive, like speak to your grandparents, speak to your whoever, like the aunties, uncles, and even like we associate these practices with like Asia or, Africa and such, but the Western world was full of it before they became money driven with like the pharma industry, right? So if you go back to America and like, Europe, there's like loads of like remedies. So you have to really kind of like dig through wherever there's still like remnants of this information, because this is the source. In Ayurveda, we all have like we're different. So not only the imbalance could be different, but different races, different tendencies of maybe illnesses, patterns. So it's really quite helpful to look at what your like ancestors were into. That's really cool, because the seas, like even the environment where they lived, and of course things are different. We can't adopt everything.
Yes.
But to get just situated on some small clues and things that we can take on from them.
I love it though.
Like when you're sick, what to eat, right? Like probably where your grandparents were from, they ate something different from where because of the crops were different or whatever, right? So it's really amazing.
But that's why I'm so grateful to have something like this, a platform, because I believe in stuff like that. And having someone like you here speaking about it, saying yes, it does work. It actually, it almost makes me feel like I'm not crazy, if that makes any sense, because sometimes you speak to people.
Do you feel crazy though? No, I mean like, do you feel like you get that sort of like raised eyebrow when you talk about these things?
Sometimes, yeah. There's still people stuck in their way. I mean, I've practiced in South Africa, I've practiced in London, and here, there is a huge lot of people that are the same vision as you and I. They're like, oh, let's go like herbal, or let's speak to other people, let's find alternatives. But there's still a larger group that are still stuck in their ways. They think, medication, or they, oh, I'll just do this to fix it. I'll just extract that tooth, or, I've got a dry mouth because I haven't drank enough water today. But I'm like, no, sweetheart, I think there's something wrong with your stomach. So they just fix. They're not, let's treat the symptoms and then go on. If that makes sense. It's like the core, more natural way.
So that's it, like taking responsibility for your health. I think that when you I feel when you chip it all away, that's the feeling that I get, is like people, it's easier to sign off your health to a doctor. I totally am for Western medicine and advancement. So I was a PT at one time, very mainstream PT, started off that way, mainstream training. And I realized that there was a gap between that whole industry, the fitness and health and wellness, like mainstream, and total like wellness, like feeling good, not having symptoms. So that's when I started this sort of like journey into finding something that was bridging this gap, making me understand like what was the missing link. And for me, like it was Ayurveda. So going back to that, I'd like to remind like women especially, because they relate to this topic more, I feel. Weight, like excess weight, is the body like telling you something isn't right. And right now it's become like a measure of beauty, or a measure of like, or you don't have self-control, or like different things like that. But it's no longer seen as like a body like signaling something has to be addressed. So when we do that, we look at it as just like you would have like headaches, or you would have, so what do? We have to strengthen the digestion, make sure that we have like good, like sort of like circadian lifestyle, like, we're sleeping decently at night, look into all these things, and then we can start having a more like less stressful life, like better metabolism. So in Ayurveda, we're completely, caloric intake and stuff is a generalized way of looking at things, but it's certainly not something that I go by, nor do I give that much. At the end, if your digestion is strong, and depending on like your constitution, your activities, these things don't have to be measured. Like it can become quite intuitive. Like that's what I want my client to be at that kind of place.
It's like, you're making me feel better, and I'm on a very like healthcare journey. Like I'm trying to eat healthy, trying to lose weight, trying to do all these things. So you make me feel a lot better.
Oh yeah, because this is like modern day, which has like stuck these, these like mathematical equations. Like we're so much more than that. Like if you were just an equation, like we would be like a robot or something. Like it doesn't work that way. And one thing that I was really noticing is that as a PT, like I would see that women who are like 35 plus, 35, 44, what worked for them, and I'm 44 now, by the way, so like I can relate to that.
Fantastic.
Thank you. So what worked for them what worked for when you were 20, 25 doesn't work anymore. Like when I was 20, I could just like cut down a bit and like I've lost weight. Like here you can like stop eating for like 3 weeks, excuse me, and then like... So there was something that had to be addressed, and again, it's the compromised digestion, it's the hormonal imbalances, like becoming more like apparent over time. And so one of the big takeaways, to go back to your question, I would say that if you would have to practice one thing, like to get yourself more into balance, it would be that pillar which revolves around rooted radiance. And what I mean by that is stepping into your day, feeling grounded, calm. It's not like a natural thing for us because we didn't see our parents do that. So we have to begin somewhere, right? So this could look like meditation. This could look like breathing, walking outside. It could be like just sitting, having your coffee, like, with hearing the birds chirp. Because these are things that naturally makes your nervous system grounded. And when that happens, other things start falling into place. And it's a practice, so it could be boring or difficult in the beginning, but the more you start seeing the benefits, like if you start doing that every day, you start feeling different, and then other things become, because you're more calm, like you don't feel that, if you start becoming more calm and less reactive, right? Because again, it goes back to, you can't change your outer world, you can change your inner. Then people, they emotional eat, you're more in touch with yourself. So you're gonna be less drawn to these, like the quick fixes of like, and of course it's still gonna happen because we're human.
But I mean, not all the time. It'll be like 1 out of 7
Yeah,
days.
exactly. So you just have to learn how to like pacify yourself, because that's what it is. Like we're living in this urbanized world, which is just like, and like Dubai is like becoming, it's a beautiful place. I love it. I couldn't live anywhere else at this point. I'm so spoiled living in, but it's like bridges, like concrete, like 8 lanes, you know? So this is not natural for us as humans. Like, you know, this is not, so we have to find ways to counteract that, you know, that like urban energy. So, and there are many ways, and like, you know, there's like loads of desert space and there's beaches, and so we can't complain of that. But that would be my biggest takeaway, more than like focusing on food, because that becomes obsessive, and then people have, that's another topic, like relationship with food and all of that. But this is something you can do with like no matter where you're at.
Thank you.
You're most
Thank you for your time.
welcome.